Hi guys, welcome to today's video, my November favorites. It's been a minute since I posted a favorites video on my channel, so that's what I thought I would do here for you guys today. If you're new to my channel, I'm Tasha Julie and I'm an LA-based fashion stylist. So of course I do create a lot of fashion-based content. And in my November favorites, I do have some style or fashion related favorites, but I'm also a woman and a consumer, so I will share with you some of my other favorites as far as home decor, lifestyle, health and beauty, so pretty much all the things that we all happen to enjoy. And I really love these videos because it's like taking a peek into someone else's medicine cabinet or their handbag, and I found a lot of really great products this way. So without further ado, let's get into my November favorites, starting out with an accidental one. This was a sample that came with a purchase. I needed a refill of my everyday fragrance, which is Byredo's Blanche. And this one came with it. It is called Desert Dawn. It is Byredo's newest fragrance, and it is absolutely fantastic. So that's what I mean by saying it was an accidental favorite. If you have been interested in trying this out, I would recommend that you either go online and get a sample of it, or if you've got anywhere that sells Byredo near you, definitely go and check it out. I would describe this first of all as a fresh green. It's a little bit earthy. I would say it's most in line with a tea-based fragrance, even though this one is not tea-based. It's kind of in line with that sort of a fresh, clean vibe. So it's not anything that's cloying, it's not ultra sexy. It's a really great everyday kind of green, fresh scent that is straight up in the middle, unisex. It's not too masculine, it's not too feminine. I think because of the clean smell of this, probably why it's not like ultra feminine or too like woodsy and deep and masculine. So some of their specific tasting notes, and you guys will see why this is a really unique fragrance, but it really does smell exactly like the desert at dawn. But its specific tasting notes are things like carrot, it's got cardamom, it's got vetiver, so it's got that really nice green, fresh fragrance. A couple of other things to know about this is it's not ultra long lasting. It's also not beast mode. It doesn't have a really heavy sillage or a strong projection, which is one of the things that I think makes it really nice for everyday use. I personally do not care for things that are cloying or obnoxious for everyday use. If it's distracting to myself or other people, I kind of find that I don't reach for it as far as everyday. So this ended up being an accidental favorite. I am absolutely loving Byredo's Desert Dawn fragrance. So if you happen to like clean, fresh fragrances, or if you've got a lot of tea-based fragrances in your collection, I think you'll really like Desert Dawn. All right, since I am a style content creator, let's move on into some fashion favorites for the month of November. I found myself reaching for these items a little bit more frequently than some of my others. And the first one is this burgundy pair of tights. If you do not own a pair of burgundy tights, I highly recommend that you get yourself a pair. They are a more affordable option to add into your wardrobe. I've been wearing these a lot lately, and I think that by adding any sort of tights, but especially burgundy and its kind of the moment feel, is a really nice way to spice up some of these fall and winter looks in anything where you would have bare legs and it's too cold outside to go with bare legs. I think throwing on a pair of tights is a really nice way to kind of amp up a look. And like I said, they're also quite affordable, so you're not having to go out there and spend a ton of money to sort of change up the way that your wardrobe feels. So burgundy tights, and then, you guys, it has finally cooled off enough in LA for me to wear a jacket. So that brings me to my next favorite, this leather, oh cool, the other one fell on the floor. This leather sort of, I wouldn't say it's fully a blazer, but it's got more of a blazer style than some other leather jackets. So this has been one that I have been reaching for a lot lately. It's still kind of lightweight, so it's perfect for like not super cold weather. And it's also a little bit more chic. It adds a nice little like je ne sais quoi to certain outfits. So I have been finding myself reaching for this one more and more. And let me grab the one that fell on the floor and I'll show you that one. This is another lightweight layer that I have been wearing these days, and one of my style secrets, it's not like groundbreaking or anything, and I'm certainly not here to gatekeep, but this is from the men's department. And I find that when it comes to things, especially like outerwear, if you want something a little bit more oversized or kind of a cool girl vibe, I tend to go into the men's department, and I can even sometimes get away with little boys. The little boys department So yeah, if you're looking for something that is a little more casual and has kind of a cool vibe, you can check out either the men's or the boys wear department for things like outerwear. So on the mornings that I don't have to wake up and either jam out to a client appointment or head over to the airport to then go to a client appointment, I immediately get up, I put on my workout clothes, and I will either go for a run or I will head to a workout. And I'm actually really lucky in the area that I live in, I can walk to my gym. So needing to immediately go outside in the cooler weather brings me to my next favorite, this jacket. And I take issue with a lot of workout clothes, so much so that I have considered designing my own line. Maybe I will, I'm not sure yet. But here's the thing about workout clothes. I feel like if it's functional, it's really not very cute. And if it's cute, it's really not very functional. So if you think of like not very supportive sports bras or those cute like pastel colored workout sets where if you get sweaty in them, they're completely see-through, and that's not a vibe, at least not in my world. I'm not trying to walk around in see-through pants. So this jacket is not only functional, it is also pretty cute. And it has some really cool features. This is totally gonna make me sound like such a nerd. But the first thing that's cool about it is the hood inside of it. You can either roll it into itself and make it into like this regular collar. And then as far as the functionality of it goes, it's got a lot of like transformer style features. So it's got a bungee waist that you can kind of cinch in if you want to with these little clippy things. And then of course with a hoodie, if it starts to get really cold or even starts to sprinkle, you can open that and put that on. And then it's got a ton of pockets. I wore this morning, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a clean dog poop bag in one of the pockets, but it's got the two regular ones at the waist. And then it's got another cool one on the sleeve, if I could find it. There we go. So on the mornings that I leave my house wearing this, it is super functional because I can toss in a debit card. Sometimes I go to the grocery store or run other errands while I'm either out running or coming to or from the gym. I will sometimes go to a cafe and get a coffee. So I can toss in a lip balm, debit card, whatever I need in these pockets. And it kind of eliminates the use to have a bunch of other stuff. So really functional and also pretty cute. And the final piece in my fashion or style favorites category are these earrings. I will take this off so you guys can get a better look at it. But when it comes to everyday jewelry, I also like that to be simple. So these kind of chunkier hoops are a cool everyday sort of piece. I don't like jewelry that tends to kind of flop around or it gets caught in things or it's noisy. Like noisy bangles drive me nuts. So I think you guys are probably sensing sort of a theme here. I like comfortable, easy, wearable things, and these will go with a lot. So that was the reason that I picked them up. They are a recent purchase, but I found myself wearing them quite a bit during the month of November, so they made it into the favorites video. And I also really like them because they're silver, and I had been in the market for some more silver pieces. Since it's definitely coming back into favor, a lot of the pieces that I do have are gold, so I did want to incorporate silver as well, but this sort of chunky hoop has been a recent favorite. But if you're in the market for some chunkier earrings, especially in silver, I think these are a really great option. Moving right along into my skincare and beauty favorites category for the month of November. Whenever the weather cools off, one of the first things that happens is my skin starts to feel different. It starts to feel kind of drier, itchy, sometimes tight, and just generally kind of yucky, like it needs more moisture. So that brings me to my next favorite for as far as face skincare goes. This is the Saint Jane. They call it Luxury Beauty Serum. And it is a cannabis-based, it's got other botanical ingredients as well, but it's made with cannabis oil and other botanical oils. I would say it reminds me of the Vintner's Daughter, if that's what it's called. I'll insert a picture of it. It reminds me of that other botanical serum. I think it is called Vintner's Daughter. And it smells really nice, but it's not a synthetic fragrance. It's from all of the natural ingredients in it. And because cannabis has a lot of anti-inflammatory ingredients as well, I feel like it's really kind of soothing whenever my skin feels a little more irritated. With my pasty Casper complexion, I tend to get red skin really easily, and I just find this is really moisturizing, calming, soothing. And this is my next favorite in the skincare category. This is a body lotion. It is called Derma B. I'm pretty sure it's Korean. I can tell you the writing is not Japanese, and I think that Korean beauty is really nice. They happen to do a really nice job with their skincare. And I picked this up on the recommendation of somebody else, I can't remember who, but it is unscented. I really do not love a scented lotion. I find that they never smell like anything that I want to smell like, and they're kind of cloying, and I just don't really love a fragranced body lotion. So for all those reasons, I decided to pick this up, and it's been working out really well. It's moisturizing. This is the mild moisture one. They do have different, I guess, viscosities. So if you want a heavier one, they do make them in lighter to heavier varieties as well. And there were some really fun little translation mistakes on the bottle that I found entertaining. I happen to enjoy linguistics and those types of things as well. There's another fun one on the back. 48 hours moisture lasting, exclamation point. A low irritating, fragrance-free body lotion. I know what they mean by low irritating, but I just thought it was kind of an entertaining translation. So if you're looking for a lightweight, fragrance-free, nice body lotion that's not sticky or oily, I would recommend that you check this one out. My next favorite is kind of a hybrid between skincare and beauty. It is a what is this? Hydrating lip treatment, but it is, I would just say it's a tinted lip balm. It's one of these guys. So this is the Ulla Henriksen one, and this is in the color Cocoa. I'm wearing it right now. And another thing that I change up when the weather changes and gets a little bit colder and more dry is my lip care. I do not like to have nothing on my lips, and when I'm out or being seen by other people, I like to have a slightly tinted one because going back to my Casper complexion, I can tend to look a little washed out or even sick if I don't put something with a slight tint onto my lips. But that being said, I also don't really love anything that's like super bright or in your face unless I'm doing, an event or a statement lip. But as far as just everyday stuff goes, I like an easy to wear, comfortable lip balm. And this one's really it. The color's really nice. It's moisturizing. It's not sticky. It lasts for a long time. And they have a couple of different colors, but this has been really nice as well and a wonderful November favorite. So my style as far as home decor or any type of houseware types of things, I prefer like slightly more natural things, and I also like things to, of course, be aesthetic. I think most of us like things to be visually appealing, but as far as my personal style or taste goes, I will just show you. My next favorite is this ceramic mug, and it's got kind of a cool natural, like clearly somebody did make it because it's got their information on the bottom. So this has been a recent favorite because, of course, as it has cooled off, I find myself spending more time indoors. So I find myself having more lattes. I also like to make myself tea or sometimes even a matcha. So I will use this nice ceramic mug that is cute and functional. So yeah. I'm really appreciative to all the health and wellness content creators out there. They have made it super easy for me to learn sort of on my own journey, and as I replace things in my house or my beauty care routine, as I learn more and more about what is toxic, I definitely don't recommend using this content to go down the rabbit hole and make yourself crazy to where you feel like you have to live life in a hazmat suit, but to replace the things as you learn that are more toxic in your day-to-day life. I think that can be the healthier alternative. And so I've been on that journey for a while now, and I have eliminated most plastics when it comes to things like cookware and utensils. Basically, I stopped putting plastic into my mouth because I learned that using things like plastic cutting boards, as you chop the food on them, the plastic particles flake off and you are eating plastic. And if you've ever looked into how terrible microplastic is for us, it's pretty bad. So I thought I was doing so good. I eliminated plastic water bottles, plastic utensils. I don't use plastic straws. And I was like, ooh, look at me. I'm so cool. I eliminated all this plastic. And I did something so dumb, you guys. I have been using my plastic toothbrush completely without realizing it. So that brings me to my next favorite. It is a bamboo and boar bristle. I decided I'd spare you from getting my actual used one out of the bathroom. So boar bristle, bamboo, clearly not plastic, and I had completely overlooked the fact that my toothbrush that I was using multiple times a day, talk about not putting plastic in your mouth, well, here I am using my toothbrush multiple times a day and it is completely plastic. So boar bristle and bamboo toothbrushes have become a recent favorite of mine. So that rounds out my list of November favorites, the things I have been reaching for the most, things that have been making my life easier or healthier or just overall better. I know social media has kind of gotten a bad rap lately, but I also think it's so important to have that sense of community. So if you guys have a favorite, something you've been reaching for, please drop a comment, let us all know so we can learn from each other. And that's how I've really discovered some kind of more obscure, really great things that I ended up loving. So if you've got a favorite, let us all know. And I hope to see you guys soon in another video. Thanks so much for watching, and until then, be well.